Have you experienced in T-Mobile outage as well? This data outage that just happened in the last couple of hours, but my business wasn't even affected until the last about, I'll say 30 minutes. And right now it's around 7:30, and for me, I really didn't understand, so I had to make a call to my friend who works for T-Mobile corporate to find out exactly what was going on and to see when the issue was going to be resolved. But what I found out is they have no clue on what's happening right now, and they're still working on it. So I also called a client of mine, but that client of mine actually has Sprint corporate account, and they're not reporting any type of outages. So I was still wondering. So when I got back on the line with my friend at T-Mobile, he told me that it was a data outage. And this data outage was not something that's planned. So, that can just knock off all the speculation of any type of anything that's happening outside of just a regular data outage. What he did tell me was that it was something that was not planned, and it wasn't simple as far as the process of putting it back. So what I do want to tell you guys is that a same outage like this happened last year, but in 2014 around August, they had an outage. This was something that I actually learned from him, and he probably shouldn't have told me this anyway. I think he gave me some insider information because I have a business. But what he told me was that with that outage that happened in 2014, there were a lot of people who were affected, and they filed a lawsuit. So I don't know if there's going to be a lawsuit time coming for us in the next couple of months or, next couple of days. But they had a 3-hour lawsuit in 2014 that happened with T-Mobile, and they paid out, hold on, give me a second, I'm gonna check right now. And they actually paid out a fine for $17.5 million in 2014. That's the exact number. Got it from T-Mobile's website on one of their blogs where they posted the information. So I'm not, telling you to go ahead and file a lawsuit, but the whole point of that lawsuit was that, their clients, their customers were trying to call 911, and they weren't able to make these calls. And you know how important 911 is, other than the business aspect. Like I said, I'm conducting business and I may be losing money, but that wasn't the main point that people were getting getting the lawsuit. They was getting lawsuits because of the 911 calls. So my suggestion is that if you are actively needing help and you need 911 to answer anything, try to turn on your Wi-Fi and use, WhatsApp, or use some other data options that may be out there, or any local Wi-Fi. You want to try to, tap into any of those things. And I am so glad, because one of the other things I was looking at too with the data outage was maybe it was the merger, the pre-merger that happened. Maybe it was that, but that's just speculation. And no one really has the answer yet. They're going to report this in the next couple of hours. Hopefully this doesn't last more than 2 hours, 3 hours. But now it's been, according to what I've seen now, it's been actually 5 hours. When I was on the process of whatever I was doing, I was on it for a couple of hours. So I didn't really experience it at the very beginning. And maybe because I did have my Wi-Fi on, it didn't affect me. But when I turned off my Wi-Fi and I actually made a call, that's when I found out that the power outage the data outage actually happened. So what I'm telling you is, be patient with them. But also, if you do need help and you need to call 911 or anything like that, make sure you use any of the Wi-Fi apps like WhatsApp. There's other apps out there that you can actually use if you do need help and there's an emergency, that you can actually use that app in order to call out to the emergency services. So definitely what I want you to do is be safe in this time. But stop the speculation, guys. Don't speculate about anything that didn't happen. But what I was going to say as well, I'm happy that Elon Musk actually did what he did a week ago. So Elon Musk is about to launch the satellites into orbit. And this is going to actually help us, especially for times like this. We're seeing down times in data, but, with him having, the Wi-Fi system, which quote unquote, he says that, it's going to be a free system. He wants everyone to have free Wi-Fi. Obviously, he has his own hidden agenda. Well, it's not hidden now because out in the public, but his agenda is to have his cars online, his autonomous cars online, so there's no blind spots. But that'll be a good thing for us, because now that we would have Wi-Fi, we have data, we may not have to pay these companies, and we wouldn't have to rely on, services like this, when we're having problems such as this as well. But hopefully this won't last for too long, and maybe they may compensate us. Hopefully, right? We gonna cross our fingers. Maybe they might compensate us. So let's just see. Hope for the best. Manuel Long checking out. Ready for the lifestyle. Don't forget also subscribe to my channel. I forgot to tell you about this too. Subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed to my channel, where we talk about tips and tricks for the everyday entrepreneur, to help you grow your business financially and structurally. So click that like button. Definitely, I'll try to provide some updates once I hear from my buddy at T-Mobile. If there's any type of compensation packages as well, or any other news to be reported from T-Mobile, I'll try to update you guys as soon as I get it. All right, stay safe.